There's a crazy combination that you can do with Corvus and the Bomb Blitz, and it can do an insane save up. So let's take a look at it on Muddy Puddles Chimps. And this run is going to get absolutely crazy. There's just a ton of micro involved, of course, because it's using Corvus. So let's get started. I'm going to be doing this new early game. Actually, I don't really, it's pretty recent, I think. It started when the boat got changed to be 430, so you can do this early game and go straight into like Psy, Corvus, or Dartling Gunner. Either one of those, get them super early. This is going to be really important because I'm going to need a lot of levels, and I'm going to want to be getting level 20 as fast as possible, so it's really good to get Corvus down early. Plus this will just save some money because I don't have to get air burst or even really a sub at all, so that's going to be really cool. From there, I'm going to be going into the bird pretty early. We're going to be getting a condor, so I can save a ton of money, don't have to get airburst or anything. I can use Corvus's abilities and work on getting the Pookie up. Well, not the Pookie, just the condor, but we can use like a golden eagle and all that for the early game. It's pretty tough. There's lots of like micro involved and all that stuff, and I was trying to get nourishments up as possible too, like as many as possible, but getting nourishments in the early game, especially if you need Corvus to like do damage, is often really tricky, so I ended up not getting that many, but when I could, I did. For round 40 here, we're going to be going straight into the discount village and getting this recursive cluster up. We're going to be getting a 025 bomb just with the berserker brew and a primary training. That's really all the damage that we're going to need, and then I'm going to get a signal flare to take out all of the camos. So that's going to be really easy, and then just using Corvus for some of these tricky rounds. And we're going to be rushing a bomb blitz as soon as possible. In the meantime, I am going to get my condor up. The one lane that doesn't have the recursive cluster attacking, which is lane 1, will often have some tricky rounds, so they're going to be mostly just dealt entirely with Corvus. The last piece to this puzzle will be a symphonic resonance that will be going up top. It's going to allow things to be held, and it will allow the bomb blitz to actually do a lot more damage, which is cool because it will put everything around the recursive cluster area, so like literally everything gets damage for a lot longer compared to if it were not, which allows you to beat all these rounds without overclock. And then the last big crucial key component to that is that you can use the Corvus Life to leak a ceramic and activate the Bomb Blitz ability, which is basically like a ground zero ability of sorts, and we'll get that for free whenever we have the passive up. So basically in total, this strategy just has a lot of micro, a lot of complex things going on, and I do it pretty well. There's unfortunately one mistake at the end, which I will talk about later on, but as for black borders, this is not a black border friendly strategy at all. It definitely isn't. You're going to be relying on getting ceramics to leak, and if you do that incorrectly, which is very, very easy to do incorrectly, you just die and you lose your black border. So sadly, not very good for black borders, but it's pretty insane just to watch. So we get Bomb Blitz up there, and it's just going to be a lot of moving, a lot of micro, trying to get as many nourishments as possible. So I'm going to come back when something interesting is going to happen. So some of these rounds were pretty tricky, and now basically I'll mention the one thing that I didn't really do. I didn't get a first strike, and round 100 needs a first strike. I was trying to just, I guess, go for like this save up thing, where I'm going to be seeing how much money this saves up. But if you want to actually beat this, you would have to get a first strike, so there's no point in not getting first strike. That means like round 85, and then 97 and 91 are a lot more difficult than they need to be, because you could use first strike to supplement that round. So that there are some like clever solutions, like as you can see, I dragged the BFBs back so they were out of hand range, and then they could then just be all moved over to one side and then moved up later on with Condor. I've used that trick a few times. And then 91 just took a lot of work. There was a lot of RNG involved in that too, but I got through it eventually. And then another thing is that with the first strike, you could have the Moab glue probably cut your cross path and move it over to a better side, which would probably help out. But you can see those bomb blitz activates going on, and I'm going to be getting level 20 up soon, which is really nice, because Corvus late game is really weak without level 20. Like, he's not that strong unless you have level 20 anymore. With level 20 you can do some stuff, but without it, it's a bit of a struggle. Also, DDTs were pretty tricky, because Bomb Blitz does 0 damage to DDTs. The only way to kill them is either with Corvus or with the Bomb Blitz nuke ability from Leaking Lives, because the DDTs are black and Bomb Blitz cannot pop black balloons. It's literally all Corvus and the nuke ability. But with Symphonic Resonance, you are able to hold things so that you can just nuke a giant chunk of stuff, which is basically how you take out DDTs. Now, the one thing that I messed up, which I didn't mess up on the save up, but on round 98, I did get the stall with the BFB, which you will see later. I beat round 98 by doing the Echo Overload, and it takes everything out, but the last BFB is up the top, which are being held by Condor. And then what you want to do is activate Corvus's Malevolence or Recovery. Either one will stop the Spirit from attacking, which means you can stall out the round, get all your abilities back, and then you can beat round 99 by leaking a life and nuking all of the DDTs. And then round 100 you can get first strike and then use Echo and Hands to be able to take it out and then first strike the insides. Now sadly on round 98 I forgot about that and accidentally killed the stall, which means I was forced to use the Hands on round 99, which means that round 100 I cannot beat with a first strike. This would get around 87,000 cash spare. Sadly, because of that mistake, I had to buy a whole Moab Eliminator, but as you can see before, on round 100 we did $102,000 save up, which is pretty insane, especially for Muddy Puddles, which is pretty cool. Kind of unfortunate that we can't get the 87,000 spare because of that one mistake, but oh well, it's a pretty crazy strategy, and that save up I think is pretty darn cool. Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!